the best supplier for Indian dropshipping is, well, what do you want to find through India Mart? Okay. Now, the reason I say that is simply because I found a private supplier on India Mart a year back, okay, and I have still been working with him. And if you like build relationships and stuff, they're gonna uh, it's gonna be a very long term partnership, right? So I'm going to teach you how to find a very good supplier and also link out my supplier in case you don't want to go through this process. But, full transparency, I do have some, numbers set with him, as if I get him some customers, then he has to pay me some numbers, no, some, affiliate or whatever. But I work with him. I have been working with him and he does his job pretty good. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then you can check out the form in the description and you can fill it out and then he'll reach out to you. Okay. So the charge, by the way, just 50 rupees for you, so don't have to worry about it. Okay, so how do you find a very good supplier for Indian dropshipping in 2026? Because as you might have heard, that Roposo has, well, Roposo shut down. Okay. So to be really honest with you, Roposo was not really a good supplier to start with. Okay. The reason I say that is because you can watch my previous videos on the channel and you'll realize that I've always said that this platform was basically like, a lot of my orders basically didn't get delivered, and the ones that got delivered it like showed up as fake audio. So this is not really like a very tangible method to begin with, to be really honest, because the thing that you know they did a lot of scam, so they were not good. Okay. And they also got shut down. So yeah, bad news. Anyway, so the way you find these suppliers on IndiaMart is actually quite simple. So you have to, what I suggest is that you start with a product. Like let's say, for example, you want to sell, let me just take any product. Let's say you want to sell a hair curler. Okay. Now I've just taken a very random product, but let's just say you want to sell a hair curler. Okay. So what I'll suggest you to do is go on to IndiaMart and just search this hair curler India Mart. Okay. In fact, I'll just show it to you live. Don't worry. So yeah, hair curler India Mart. Okay. And then what will happen is that you'll get a lot of people who actually like, sell this product. And what you want to do is you have to call them, and you have to call them one by one. So it's going to take some time. Okay. And you are going to ask them that, do you have this product? Okay. Now, what you have to see is that, is the person talking to you on the call genuinely interested in the business? Okay. What I mean by that is there someone who just wants to get done with you and move on to the next thing? Or is it something who is like really passionate about selling you this product? Now, why do I say that? Is because if you find someone who is in the other category, as in like not really that passionate, the problem that's going to happen is that, you will not be able to sustain a long term partnership, because to start with, you will not be bringing that much to the table. So it's only going to work out when both of you are in sort of a similar situation. So depending on the numbers that you're doing and the volume that you plan to get on this, you have to find someone that matches the tonality. So let's say if you're just starting out and don't have that many orders, so you have to find out someone who has more of that hunger. If you already go to a wholesaler who is doing like 1,000 orders a day on Meesho or like Amazon, any of the marketplace, he is not going to work with you because he doesn't need you. He doesn't have a reason to work with you, right? So you have to find someone who is a bit more hungry, and that's why this takes more time. And that is why I just pitched my own supply in the beginning, because it just saves you this time. But anyway, but like whatever, you can do your own thing as well. This is also, I would say, equally good method, right? Whatever. So yeah. Okay, so coming back to the point. So the thing is that once you get the guy who is like hungrier, then you talk to this person, and then you ask them that, do you have this product? Okay, don't just straight up ask them that, do you have the product? Because the thing is that to sell you one product, anybody will say, but what I mean is that, okay, I just contracted myself. What I meant was that just talk with the person and inquire. Okay, inquire key, whether what is your catalog, what is this, what is that. Okay, don't just particularly just go into this product and be like, okay, fine, done, whatever. What you're trying to do here is nudge if the person is a potential good candidate for a long-term partnership. Okay, that is what you're trying to do in the first step. So step one, talk and analyze. Okay, analyze the compatibility of the person. Okay, then next step, what you do is ask about the product. Step two is you ask about the product. Okay, there's that. And okay, so and what I'll also suggest is that before you go out searching for supplies, make sure that you have tested the product. Okay, because if you go and talk to a new person, you're like, ha, ye, wo, and then you don't actually buy the product and you have not tested, like for example, you test and it doesn't work out for you, then you're gonna be in trouble because you will not be able to work with that person because it might be that the next product you test, it might not be available with him. So that is why make sure you do this with a proven product. Don't go after like searching winning products from supply. A lot of people do that. I don't know why is that. But yeah, don't do that. Make sure that this product is tested. Must be tested. So test it out first. Don't waste a lot of money. But yeah, test it out first and make sure that the product is working out for you. And only do this. Okay. And then what you can do is ask them whether they drop ship or not. Okay. Now the thing is that why did I tell you to ask this thing in the third step, not in the first step? The reason being, quite frankly, that the thing is that I told you to ask whether the person to judge their scale, to judge their volume, whether they need you or not. The matter of fact is that if the person does drop shipping, then in most of the cases, they will be someone who will need you. Okay, now I'm not trying to like put a general categorization here, but when I found my supplier, I called like 40, 50 people and I liked a few of them. What I had noticed is that a lot of people who told me yes, that they do drop shipping for me, and they were the ones who actually had that hunger and were doing like 200-300 orders per day on platforms. Now you might think that's a lot, but the thing is that on marketplaces and platforms, if you're a wholesaler, your margins are very less. Like for example, if you're getting something for 150, you might just be able to sell it for 200. It doesn't work like how it works for us here. So 200-300 orders on marketplace is nothing until unless they're doing like 1,000-2,000 orders a day. It's nothing on marketplaces. Okay, so this is basically what happens. So that is why you go and ask whether they drop ship or not. Okay, and if you have liked them till now, you can go and persuade them to work on dropship for you. If they say in chance they say no, and in most cases they will agree, because if you tell them that I'm going to give you these many orders, they will agree. And if not, then since they already told you that they are ready to pack and ship for you, that you can just ask, okay, fine, they don't drop ship, just pack and ship it off for me, which 90% of India suppliers they do that, so you don't have to worry about it. And if they agree to that, then you're good to go. Okay, so that's basically how you find a good supplier in 2026. I will not suggest you any particular platform, whether that be vFulfill or Importer or anything like that, because Importer is good for importing things, and but I have not really tested their fulfillment part. And vFulfill, to be really is not good for nothing. So yeah, I don't recommend them for anything. And the thing is that the thing is that when I start promoting these platforms, like you might become as to like dependent on these platforms, which is not a good thing. You want your business to not be dependent on any particular thing, so that if a platform like if this Roboso shut down, your business like doesn't go to waste. Okay, so yeah, this is the best way out. That just find a private supplier on IndiaMart, build a relationship, and okay guys, sorry, I had some noise in the background, so I had to pause for a while. Getting back, so let me just show you, and I think that'll make things clear. So let me just search for hair color India Mart. Okay, and let's just go through. So as you can see, we have a lot of listings here. Whatever your product is, okay, you can use that. You can also upload the image here, right? Since I don't really have a particular model, let's just take I don't know, whatever. So let's just take this one since this is a bit popular one. So as you can see, this people are a lot of people are selling here. One is in Surat, one is in okay, sorry, another one is also in Surat. So what you need to pay attention to is this rating right here. Okay, if this rating is below 4, stay away from those people, especially if it is an electronic product. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good one. 4.4 shopper zone. This is again 4.3. That's pretty good. And yeah, like that, you can just go on. And this is also 4.2. And what you will see that a lot of these people are from Surat, whereas from where is my supplier also based off from, because that's where Surat, Delhi, and all these places like where all the wholesale stuff actually comes through, right? So what you do is, let's say for example, this is the person I liked, right? I'll call to this person. I'll open this up, then I'll go back, I'll call now, and I'll talk. Okay, and a lot of times what might happen is that the person might not pick up in the first attempt and it might get redirected to IndiaMart. So just say no to them, otherwise they'll keep annoying you with random messages. Right. So just call them, talk to them. If they pick up, that's great. Otherwise, try 3-4 times. You have to do it, you have to persevere a bit, right? So yeah, that's about it. Okay. And yeah, once you have cracked the deal, then basically that's about it. Okay, so that's how you can find a good supplier, a great supplier, in fact, in 2026 for your Indian dropshipping business. Okay, and yeah, so I just also I want to talk about something that I had a, oh, sorry for this. I also had a agency that I was trying to run. Yeah, so as I was saying, I also had an agency that I was trying to run. But what ended up happening is that I worked with brands, and it was not really that fun, to be really honest. Because the problem with the agency model and with working with brands particularly is that they pay a certain amount and then they feel that they own you, basically. And it's not really that fun. And right now I'm in this weird phase where I have not really transitioned into international because of whatever's happening around the world, and also because I'm still learning. But I don't really have to look at anything in India because everything is just basically being managed by my team. Right. So in this weird time window, I just thought, okay, let's just help some people, scale their e-commerce brands, which is why this type form that you might see here. So what happened was, since I was just providing a direct Calendly link, a lot of people just booked and didn't really show up. So that is why we'll just be filtering through this now. So if you want to work with me one to one, okay, there will be no other coach or no group coaching or any of that. Okay, it'll be one to one directly with me for 3 months. Okay, it'll be a 3 months program, direct one to one. You'll be getting one call with me every week. Okay, and there will be no like recorded calls or whatever the fuck. Okay, everything will be taught to you live in the calls, and you will be implementing live with me. You'll have 24/7 WhatsApp support, obviously, and we'll have a group of everyone, like as in like the WhatsApp group, so that we can like share and all those kind of things. But you will not really have the calls in a group. You will have it one to one with me, and yeah, that's the thing. So and also the biggest thing is that if you apply and if you like we actually start working together, then in the onboarding call we will actually set out a target for you. Okay, and in that we can possibly achieve for your like starting situation in 3 months. And if we don't, then we keep working, that is you keep getting the 1 hour call per week, till you do, for free. Okay, so even if you have not hit the target in 3 months, I will keep working with you. Obviously, the clause is that you have to put time and effort, right? So, and if you are doing that and not getting results, whatever the target we set for, we'll keep working till you do. Okay, so it's a very good offer, and it's the only time where you'll get to work one to one with me, because as I said, I'm not really that fond of working with clients or those kind of things. But the thing is that I have this weird phase right now where I have not really moved into international, so I'm not really that busy. And India, I don't really have to do much. So I just thought, why not just do this? And that's why I was building this, type form that you might see here. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you fill the type form. And I don't really have a Discord, I don't have Instagram, I don't have any of those things. So if you want to reach me out, you can reach me out on email, which is also in the description in the about section somewhere. And if you want to work with me one to one, you can get this type form. And yeah, and after that, my manager will contact you and we'll book a call together to see if you fit and all those kind of things, and to explain you in detail. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's the thing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.